Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a Lawn Fawn haul to share with you guys. This is everything that I picked up from the Christmas/winter 2025 release, and I am super excited about these products. I have already created a couple of cards with them, and I've already got a couple of card ideas ready to go to film this week and next week. So I can't wait to share those with you guys as well. And I also have a mini life update that I'm going to give you guys. Yes, I've got another one. So I'll share that with you guys at the end. But first, let's jump into the haul. I'm going to set everything off to the side and we'll go through things one by one. But I want to start with the disclaimer that I always give for my Lawn Fawn hauls, and that is that I am on the Lawn Fanatics design team, and I'm also a monthly Lawn Fawn YouTube channel and blog contributor. So they do send me a couple of products in advance so that I can start playing with those and be ready to inspire you guys when the release goes live. But the rest of these items I did pick up on my own, as always. So I am super lucky that this September release coincided with my birthday month. My birthday is toward the end of September. Today is the last day of September as I'm filming this. And so, in case you weren't aware, Lawn Fawn has a birthday stamp set that is available to you for free in the month of your birth, along with a 10% discount code. And all you have to do that is you just have to sign up on the website with your email address. It's completely free. You do have to put in the birthday code, which they will send to you at the beginning of your birthday month. But then you get this stamp set free, and every year it's a different one. This year it's the little cat. So it's just called Party Cat, and we've got a cute little cat, a tiny little fish, and then a little sentiment that says, "You're perfect." And it does come with a matching die, which is amazing. So that is a super great deal. If you're not taking advantage of that, do that because it's free. And then also, if you order from Lawn Fawn directly, you always get a little card with the person who packed your order. Mine is Erin this time, which I think this is the first time I've ever got an order packed by Erin, but it just says "Happy Birthday, Christy." And then it includes another little sentiment. So it says "Happy Birthday to you," which goes perfectly with the birthday cat or party cat stamp set. I also did pick up the Free with 60, which is automatically included with your order if you purchase $60 or more during the time when it's available. It's limited. I'm not sure if it's still up or not. I think it might have been the last day today or yesterday. But anyway, if you placed an order at the beginning of the release and you spent more than $60, you got this free stamp set. Every release it's different. And we've got this cute little row of mugs with a bunch of different little sentiments, a couple of speech bubbles. We've got some little steam lines in 3 different styles, including a cute little heart. And then sending you a latte, smiles, or love, so you can customize that sentiment. So that is super cute. I thought that was really darling and perfect for the fall into winter season. Speaking of the winter time, I got the brand new mini All the Santa hats. I love to add little hats to my critters to just flesh out a scene even more. I give them party hats for birthdays. I give them Santa hats for Christmas. So I was really, really glad to see this little stamp set released, because I usually have to shop my stash and pull up all these different little stamp sets that have different Santa hats, but now I have all of these different sizes and styles included in one little mini. It's really inexpensive and convenient to have them all in one place, so I was glad to pick that up. And also it has the Merry Christmas sentiment included, and the matching dies do include the dies for the words as well, which was really great. So I grabbed that, of course. That is something I know that I will use a ton. The other mini stamp set that I picked up this release was the Cozy Cat's Christmas add-on. I really love this little cat in his sweater. I think he could be used like year-round. It doesn't have to be Christmas, but of course he has the little reindeer antlers and the gift that you can add to the scene. And then it has a couple of tiny little sentiments that go great with the little cat. And then this Christmas sentiment goes with the next stamp that I'm going to show you. I did get the matching dies, of course. But this stamp set goes with the brand new Cozy Cats. It has these 5 little kitties. A couple of them are bundled up for the weather, and then 2 of them are cozying up inside. We've got some little snowflakes, some more speech bubbles, a bunch of different sentiments, some more little steam marks. There's a different style of snowflakes, a little ball of yarn, and then we've got these sentiments down at the bottom. Have a perfect cozy winter holiday day, or now you can add Christmas into that as well. So I did also get the matching dies. I have already repackaged these, as I always do after these haul videos. I've got my magnetic sheet on the back with all of my dies, and my stamp pocket is labeled and ready to go so that I can take this stamp set right out and just add it to my pocket, which is just a little bit more durable. And I like that everything is streamlined and just easy to find in my storage system. And I have a whole video on how I store my stamps and dies. So there is that. And I did already create a card using this stamp set, and it is this one here. This is on the Lawn Fawn YouTube channel for September, and it is also day 1 of my 2025 holiday card series on my own channel. And I combined this with the backyard bird feeder, which I just loved. I was so excited when I came up with this idea to have these little kitties hanging out with the birds, and this little guy with his scarf pulled up high thinking he's kind of disguising himself, and then the little bird saying, "What the peck? Like, are you kidding me? Like, obviously we know that it's you." And all the birds up top are kind of flustered and fluttering around, and this little one down here is completely unbothered by the kitties and just eating his seeds because he just loves seeds. So I had a lot of fun with this card. Definitely check out the video if you haven't already. And I actually have created another card with this stamp set already as well, but it's not out yet, so I can't share it with you, but that will be coming soon. So stay tuned for that. Next up, I got the caroling mice, and I love that these mice are a reoccurring image throughout Lawn Fawn. They come back to these little mice again and again, and there are so many different occasions to use them for. There's birthday, everyday, holiday, there's like seasonal, springtime, fall, anything you can think of, there is a mice stamp set for that. And so it's great to also mix and match. If you love to pull different images from different sets and combine them on a card, which I love to do, the mice are just great for that because there's so many sets to choose from. So I definitely wanted to grab this one. I just thought it was super cute. I loved the little scene building elements with the bench and the lamppost. We've got more snow and some music notes and all of these great sentiments down at the bottom. I have not created a card with this yet, but I have planned one out, so that will also be coming soon. And of course I did get the matching dies. And then I got the matching dies for a stamp set that I have already purchased. So I think last year sometime this stamp set was the free with 60 in the winter release. I can't remember if it was in 2024 or 2023. But anyway, the Sweet Christmas Mice, this little half-size stamp set, was the free with 60 then, and now they have released the dies to match it. So I went ahead and grabbed those because I just love to have the matching dies. It makes it so much easier for me. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed one of the standalone dies. I got the Giant Bee Mary, which just makes a really nice, bold sentiment on a holiday card. I really love the mix of the two fonts on this one, and so I just thought that was a no-brainer. It wasn't very expensive, and I could see myself using this a ton. So I grabbed that. And then the other standalone backdrop die that I got this time was the Quilted Diamond backdrop. I just really, really loved the pattern of this and all of the detail that it adds to a background scene. You can use it for an indoor scene as like your wallpaper. You can use it behind a focal panel on a card. I just can see myself using this a ton, and I think it works for all year round. So I definitely loved that as soon as I saw it and knew that that was something that I wanted to pick up. And then I do have a couple other standalone dies. I have the new Build a Fox. So this is similar to the spring release, which was the Build a Bunny. I had a lot of fun creating cards with that, and I love foxes. So I thought this would be a great one to have. And then along with that, I did also get the Build a Critter holiday accessories. So these will work with both the foxes and the bunnies. And I would bet that Lawn Fawn is going to be releasing more critters in this kind of die range in the future. So I think this will be able to be used for a long time to come. I've already repackaged these the way I package my dies. And the last die that I got was the Village Hillside Border. Again, I just love a background die that helps set a scene. So I thought this one would be a great one. And again, I don't think this needs to be used for just the holidays. I could see this being a wedding card as well, with the church in the background, or just being a village with the car critters or other things like that. So again, I thought this one was really versatile and great to have. I did get the String of Lights stencil. This is a multi-step stencil. I believe this one is 3 parts. So you can use this in a couple different ways. So you've got the actual string of lights there. Well, it's not the lights, but it's a string that holds on the lights. And then the second step has all of the bulbs. So you could do those all in one color, or you could use like little finger daubers and do many colors. And there's also a few little sparkle marks or snowflakes in there. And then the third step, which you can add or not, is like little pine boughs, which is great. I think this could even be used on its own in different ways to kind of give a little bit of a tone-on-tone background or something like that. So I'm excited to play with that. And then the other stencil that I absolutely had to grab was the Cobblestone stencil. This is just a one-step stencil, but I think this is going to be great with those caroling mice to give them like a little street to stand on, but also just so many other things. I think it would give a great texture to a pool, or like different things like that, or even like a wall that maybe your Simply Celebrate critters are sitting on top of. I think that would be really cool for that as well, to give it some texture. And then the last thing that I picked up, of course, was the All the Sparkles 6x6 paper. So we've got all of these different prints in here, and you get 2 of each one. I've already used this, so I've got a few of my scraps in the beginning. But you've got the gold foil on the first page with kind of like the star and sparkle design. And then the next one is a coordinating stripe in a tone-on-tone print. And it repeats through the whole pad that way. You've got the red, the green, you've got a really pretty teal. There is a kind of bright, almost like a French blue with the stripe, and then there's a white, and then a black. So really beautiful. You get 3 of every sheet, And I have used this on this card here. It's this blueprint right here. This one was from a different pattern paper pad from last Christmas, I believe. And then I've also used it on another card that I've already filmed that is coming up, so you'll see it in action on that one as well. So anyway, that is everything that I picked up from the Lawn Fawn release. Let me know down in the comments which was your favorite. And thank you so much for those of you who placed an order using my affiliate links. I did get a few orders this time, and I am so grateful for every single one because it really makes a difference, especially for me right now, because my life update is that I actually tore my calf muscle back at the beginning of September. I was on a bus trip to Pittsburgh. We were bookstore hopping, and at the very last stop on the bus trip, I was trying to cross the street. There was a lady that was upset because the bus driver had blocked her in. She was parked illegally, so that may have added to her anxiety. But she was standing at the foot of the bus when I got out, and she was screaming at the bus driver, and it was just an awkward situation. My calf had been feeling really tight, actually for weeks before that, because I used to do 10,000 steps a day, but back in January when I got my third job, I had to stop that. I just didn't have time for 3 jobs and doing the 10,000 steps a day. So, but recently, because we have our 25th wedding anniversary to Hawaii coming up very, very soon, I had been trying to do more steps again in preparation for that. We had a bunch of hikes that we wanted to do, including some that were considered challenging. And so I was trying to do more steps, and my calf had been feeling really tight. And then on that bus trip, we were sitting in super tight quarters, and it was feeling really, really tight that day, but I didn't think too much of it. But then when I got off the bus and that lady was standing there screaming, and actually in order to cross the street, it was in a busy area, I actually had to cross behind that bus and in front of that lady's car, the lady who was screaming at the bus driver. And so I was just trying to like dash quickly across the street, not only because, you know, it was a busy street and obviously I waited for traffic and everything, but I just wanted to cross and get out of that situation. But halfway across the street, it felt like a thick rubber band just like pulled in my calf, and I went down. And it turned out I went to the emergency room the next day because I still had to like get home from the bus trip and everything. And by the time I got back into town, I couldn't really walk, but thankfully I could drive because it's my left leg, so I could drive myself home. But the emergency room, the emergency care center that is on my insurance, was already closed because it was a Sunday. So I went the very next morning, and it was like a whole thing. They thought it was a blood clot, blah, blah, blah. I didn't find out until Thursday of that week what I had actually done, which was tear my calf muscle. And so I was out of work for 2.5 weeks because I couldn't walk on it. I couldn't film because I had to keep it elevated. I was actually supposed to take part in the Mama Elephant anniversary hop, which I was so honored to be a part of again, and I had to bow out of that because I couldn't film. Thank goodness I had just changed my schedule to only doing 1 video per week because I picked up more hours at the pottery studio, which is one of my jobs. So thank God I had gone down because that gave me a little bit of a buffer because I couldn't film right away. But yeah, so I have had no income for most of September at all. So those few affiliate sales that I got were hugely helpful. But anyway, I am walking again. I'm slow and I am limping, but I should be okay. My doctor thinks I'm going to be okay for our trip to Hawaii, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks on the day that I'm filming this. By the time you're watching this, it'll be even less than that. But he thinks I'll be okay. I'm obviously not going to be able to do some of the hikes that I'd wanted to do, and definitely not the strenuous one that I had really, really wanted to do. That's out for sure. He's a little bit concerned about me walking on sand since it's an unstable surface, but I've been improving steadily every day. I did go back to work last Friday, so I've been on my feet for like a full shift several times now, and I'm doing okay. I'm sore, and like I said, I'm still limping, but I am managing to get around. I am back to filming because now I'm like in crunch mode. I need to film all these videos for while I'll be gone on vacation. But yeah, everything is getting better. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me. It seems like there's always something. And just let you know how much I appreciate you guys. Thank you for using those affiliate links. Thank you for those of you who were so generous in sending me super thanks on that last video where I had to explain why I was cutting my posting schedule in half. And thank you to all of you who just left super supportive comments. Every single comment I've now responded to. And I was able to at least get caught up on that while I was, you know, having to have my leg elevated all of that time. So at least I was able to get it caught up on all of my YouTube comments. But every single one of you were so kind and generous, and I am just so grateful for this community. And yeah, thank you so, so much. So anyway, I'm going to end there, and let me know, like I said, which products you are most excited for. Check out the video for this card if you haven't already, either on the Lawn Fawn YouTube channel or on my own. And like I said, the holiday card series is now in full swing. I will be adding to it sporadically, so I definitely will still have some fall content coming. It's not going to be just Christmas from here on out, but I wanted to start it early, especially since I am now on just one video a week posting schedule. So thank you guys so much for watching. I adore you all, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.